Yes, we are ranking the Five Nights at Freddy's main menus. Do not judge me. So we're going to be taking into account visuals, cool factor, aesthetic, music, all kinds of stuff. Maybe a first impression if I can kind of mentally imagine that, but this is going to be pretty straightforward. Don't think too much into it. Okay, we're going to rank these on a website called Pub Meeple, and it has a ranking engine built into it, so I can rank them based on repeatedly making a choice between two, and then it'll rank it for me. Last time I did this, it didn't go great, but ranking gameplay is a completely different factor than ranking a main menu, so we'll probably be fine. Well, let's get started. Sister location, Help Wanted 2. Help Wanted 2 by a long shot. I just tried it. I just put it back on for VR to see what that was all about. And Circus Baby standing right behind you alone automatically makes it better than Sister Location. The thing about Sister Locations is that it's not really unique. It's got a great soundtrack, but it's not really unique from the rest of the games that came before it. For how ambitious it was for the franchise, it really wasn't all that crazy, which is kind of weird. Help Wanted or Security Breach? Help Wanted easily. The main three casts standing in front of you is so like baked into my memory. I loved that. That first experience. Whew. Loved that. Love that. FNAF 2 or Into the Pit. Ooh, Into the Pit's pretty good though. I enjoyed the game. That menu is pretty aesthetically good. FNAF 2 is pretty iconic though. And it has a pretty iconic song as well. Unfortunately, it's copyrighted, so I can't play it for you, but FNAF 2 is a really good evolution on the first one, but it's not something we haven't seen before. I may barely give it to Into the Pit for having a bit more of a spooky vibe to it. I personally prefer it. FNAF 3 or Secret of the Mimic. See, I forgot Secret of the Mimic too. Give me a second. Yeah, Secret of the Mimic's not great. FNAF 3's got more of that eerie feel with Springtrap being covered in shadow, which I think alone kind of edges it out, because Secret of the Mimic's menu is just kind of boring. It has no real spook factor to it. It's just a main menu. So, yeah, sorry, Secret of the Mimic kind of sucks. Help Wanted 2 or FNAF 1? Look, FNAF 1's pretty iconic. I love it. I love the song. I love Freddy's appearance. The static's great. But Help Wanted 2 is kind of freaky, especially when you play in VR. I'm assuming VR because I want it to stay how it was meant to be played. Help Wanted 2 or FNAF 1? I genuinely think Help Wanted 2 is better overall. I hate to dunk on FNAF 1 like that. It's iconic. Maybe it could just be I've seen it so many times, but I'm gonna have to go with Help Wanted 2 on that one. Now, FNAF 1 does kind of beat Sister Location because, again, Sister Location is kind of playing on FNAF 1's style without really being unique. It's literally just like purple. Sister Location is just FNAF 1, but purple. So I'm gonna have to give it to FNAF 1 on that. Help Wanted or Ultimate Custom Nights? Ultimate Custom Night kind of just starts you off instantly on the main full selection. I only kept it on here because it looked kind of cool, but Help Wanted for sure. For sure, Help Wanted. This feels like a trick question. Okay, is the aesthetics of Security Breach's main menu and soundtrack good enough to beat out just taking a nice good look at the Ultimate Custom Night menu? Does that unironically beat it out? The soundtrack for the Security Breach menu is okay. It is a bit heavy-handed. And then UCN's main menu is literally just booting up the game and you're just on the selection screen. Yeah, exactly. It's a rock and a hard place. Because UCN's not even really a main menu. But then Security Breach... I guess Security Breach is by default. The soundtrack's pretty spooky. I kind of like looking at that big list, though. Is that weird? Am I weird for that? I just like looking at that list. It just looks satisfying to look at. Am I weird? I'll give Security Breach a little mercy here. I'm just gonna go with Security Breach. Ooh, okay, now we're getting into interesting ones. Okay, Pizzeria Sim or FNAF 4? Ooh, the ultra spooky or the silly distraction? Pizzeria Simulator's main menu is kind of meant to distract you from how goofy the game's about to be. FNAF 4, I do kind of like that aesthetic of like being super zoomed out away from the house. And then the animatronics implication that they're like watching you. And the fact that the house is in the middle of nowhere almost makes it feel like, you know, almost like when a horror movie takes place in a country area where like you have no chance of escape. I kind of like that vibe. I might go with FNAF 4 for the dread feeling. I really like that dread feeling. Personal opinion, it like this whole thing is just personal opinion. It's not serious. We're talking about main menus, bro. Don't take it too seriously. Into the Pit or 3? Ooh, see, they're kind of the same character almost. I know Into the Pit is the Mimic and FNAF 3 is Afton, but like they're the same costume. I might give that to Into the Pit because it has more going for it. It's got the screen plus the ominous lighting. FNAF 3 is kind of just the ominous lighting. Like, FNAF 3 is still just an evolution of 1 and 2 on top of 3. So I might go into the pit for at least having a little uniqueness to it. 2 or 3. Oh, 2 or 3. FNAF 2 or 3. Whose menu is better? 3's got the better lighting, but 2's kind of got that cool swapping in and out. And I like the soundtrack better. I think I'm going to go with FNAF 2. I think it barely beats it out with the soundtrack. And I kind of just find it more aesthetically interesting than 3. 3's whole thing is pretty much just how spooky Afton looks on the front. But FNAF 2 is like a one-time proper evolution of 1. So I'm going to go with 2. Help Wanted or Help Wanted 2. Barely Help Wanted 1. Because technically Help Wanted 2 is not a unique main menu. It is a redone riff on the first one. And I remember the experience of that first one just being so good. There's the classic 4 being in front of you is different than like, oh, we took Freddy from Sister Location, Roxanne from freaking Security Breach, and then the Pizzeria Simulator Chica, and then Circus Baby behind. Like, yeah, little weird, but the original cast of that like super uncanny look, I gotta give it to Help Wanted, man. It was so good. Help Wanted 2 over Security Breach any day. FNAF 1 over Security Breach any day. Barely Sister Location. Barely. Because, like, it's not that Sister Location's bad, it's just that it repeated itself so many times. Like, it's just the FNAF 1, 2, and 3 menu, but purple. But with a good soundtrack. So, barely Sister Location, but barely. Security Breach was just kind of lazy. Into the Pit or FNAF 4. Oh. Into the Pit was pretty good, but FNAF 4 was pretty good too. I agree the font for FNAF 4 wasn't that great, but I love the imaging. So, me personally, I know it doesn't really matter. We're talking about main menus for crying out loud, but barely FNAF 4. I think we're barely going FNAF 4. Pizza Sim or Into the Pit. Pizza Sim. I like the subversion. FNAF World or Into the Pit? I think I might finally be giving it to Into the Pit. FNAF World is kind of just... FNAF World is FNAF World, right? FNAF 2 over FNAF World. I feel like I have to actually hear it and see it for myself if I'm going to continue talking about it. What's that John Cena meme? Wait a minute. I might have undersold the main menu. Wait a minute. Wait, that song actually goes kind of hard. Wait. Yeah, I thought that was kind of it for the menu. I got... Goofy, you might be onto something. I got so distracted by that. I had to make myself stop. I seriously would have just started playing the game if I had not made myself quit. I might have undersold FNAF World a little bit. I forgot about the soundtrack. That was kind of a bop. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to give it to FNAF World. That song alone, that's a fantastic song. And it's just goofy. Help Wanted over FNAF 4. Help Wanted 2 over FNAF 4. Ooh, I love FNAF 4, but you can't deny FNAF 1's pretty iconic. No, it's not rank 1, Goofy. It's not rank 1, but it's... I undersold it. For sure, I undersold it. I'm guilty. I think FNAF 1's a little too iconic to put over FNAF 4. I like the song a little bit better. The stare he's got going on you is pretty good. Like, it's not just nostalgia. It is objectively a good menu, and this is not a repeated menu. This was the original, so I give it kind of better credit. So I'm gonna go FNAF 1 on that. 4 over Sister Location. Pizzeria Sim over Sister Location. Into the Pit over Sister Location. I love Sister Location. It's just the menu is kind of... just feels a little lazy. It's literally just the soundtrack. That's what Sister Location's got going for it. Just the soundtrack. That's it. Even FNAF 2 kind of over Sister Location. I'm kind of dunky on Sister Location today. Oh, FNAF World. I'm sorry. Okay, here's the real question. Okay. So we have the catchy beat of Sister Location. And the purple aesthetic being kind of cool. And then we got how creepy Afton looks on the FNAF 3 menu, because that's all I care about. Actually, I don't know about that one. That one's kind of tough. Let's go back and look at it, shall we? See, I don't dislike it. The menu's fine. The menu is fine. Don't laugh at my stars. I have gotten all 3 before. Shut up. This is a different save, different patch. Actually, I think FNAF 3 might have taken this one. Oddly enough. I actually think I like FNAF 3 better. I think I actually like FNAF 3 a little better. Secret of the Mimic over Sister Location. Oh, that was fast. Okay. According to Pub Meeple and its ranking engine, we've got Help Wanted at the top, then Help Wanted 2, FNAF 1, 4, Pizza Sim, Into the Pit, FNAF 2, FNAF World, FNAF 3, Secret of the Mimic, Sister Location, Security Breach, UCN. So UCN, Security Breach, I agree. Help Wanted 1 and 2 are kind of cheating considering they're in VR, but I'll give it to them. I do. The aesthetic of 4 is just barely good enough to beat Pizza Sim. Pizza Sim is still more traditionally like a main menu. And the song is good. And I do like it better than Into the Pit. Into the Pit better than 2. 2 over World. If anything, I might just switch FNAF World 1 space up. Because I did not give the soundtrack its due diligence. That soundtrack is kind of a beat, I'm not gonna lie. I may pull it up here in a second just for the heck of it. I think I'd move FNAF World up 1, but ultimately I think this one's pretty correct. It's kind of sad to say that even the film aesthetic of Secret of the Mimic might actually keep it bumped up above Sister Location. But wait, the film aesthetic is just the save files. So maybe Sister Location would move up 1 as well, because the soundtrack's really good. Yeah, I think the total would probably look like move FNAF World up to 7, and then move Sister Location up by 1 over a Secret of the Mimic. So it's mostly right. It's mostly right. Slightly altered. Slightly altered. Okay, that was fun. Took a little longer than I thought, but hey. I enjoyed that.